welcome. Apparently, this is a Dirty Folks podcast, but it was not supposed to be. So I want to welcome you guys to. I need a drum roll. Do I got a drum roll? I need a drum roll. I don't have no drum roll. I don't have no drum roll. I want to welcome you guys to the
Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. No soul. No soul. Dirty.
I want to welcome you guys to the Comedy Report. I appreciate y'all being here today. For those watching on Rumble, you are on the Comedy Report channel. For those watching on YouTube, I don't know why it's not uploading on the right channel. But I do want you guys to go into the link, man, and click the link and register for the Comedy Report channel because we're going to do real news over there. So, I want to talk about Donnie. Donald Trump just got convicted of 34 felonies. Let's check out the state's attorney telling us about it. Always he just looked like the type of dude that'd kill you over a black girl. But let's go. Can you guys hear this? I don't hear anything. Hold on.
The 12 everyday jurors vowed to make a decision based on the evidence and the law, and the evidence and the law alone. Their deliberations led them to a unanimous conclusion beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, Donald J. Trump, is guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree to conceal a scheme to corrupt the 2016 election. And while this defendant may be unlike any other in American history, we arrived at this trial and ultimately today at this verdict in the same manner as every other case that comes through the courtroom doors, by following the facts and the law and doing so without fear or favor.
That is faulty.
I was not executive producer.
Did he just say he did it without fear or favor? Man, I reject that. Like as y'all come in, man. If it's in your heart, donate to the Comedy Report. Now, we do have a different donation for the Comedy Report. You can donate on PayPal to Crusader Publishing, and your name will come up on the ticker. Now, or you could drop cash out for Dirty Folks. But here's the thing. Without favor is crazy. I want to go through the 34 charges that he has. Okay, a couple of things. He said that Donald Trump tried to defraud the 2016 election. That's his first election bid. I want you guys to remember that. Put a pin in that every time you run for office, they're trying to indict you. Every single time. I'll prove that. Put a pin in that. And he also said without prejudice, put a pin in that. According to, and they said defrauding the election, but none of these things have anything to do with fraud. So I find that absolutely amazing. I should put my clips up here. Anyway, let me show you guys something. Oh, wrong one. These are the charges that Trump was indicted on and what they mean. I'm going to just shoot over a lot of them. These are the actual indictments. These are the actual paperwork. This is a transcript. Most of the information starts on page 22. That's too many. So, all of these things say that Trump basically had information in the storage room at Mar-a-Lago. It said Mar-a-Lago somewhere. I just saw it. At the Mar-a-Lago Club, he had stuff in the storage. The summary of this is right here. Willful retention of national defense information. That charge covers counts 1 to 31. Before I go any further, if you're running for election in 2016, which means you don't get into the White House until January 20th of 2017, how is it that you were trying to defraud the election with information that you would not be privy to until 2017? How do you defraud the 2016 election? Regardless how you feel about Donald Trump, I need you guys to pay attention because words mean things. How do you defraud the 2016 election with presidential information that you are not privy to until January 20th of the following year? Let us continue. Conspiracy to obstruct justice, which is they don't want to give the documents up. Okay, cool. Withholding a document or record. All of these things basically say the same thing. He has some paperwork that had to do with, according to them, national security. According to them. I'll read it again. According to them, they had documents that had to do with America's national security in Mar-a-Lago. And because of that, if he had 34 pieces of paper, he got 31 pieces of paper. He had 31 cases. Another 3 cases for not giving it back. Regardless how you feel about Donald Trump, I need you guys to understand that they use people that they tell you not to like to take away your rights and privileges. How many people hide documents on a daily basis? I want to bring this to the everyday man. How many people hide documents on an everyday basis? How many of you have child support and you ask your employer not to put down all your hours so you don't have to pay as much child support? How many of you guys have to pay child support and now you cut hair so you don't have to list your income? How many of you sell weed on the side so you got extra bread? You had to. How many? Well, weed is kind of illegal now to think about it. But how many women do you know with 4 kids, but you can only file 2, and she sells the other 2 kids on tax time? Like, give me half. How many people on a daily basis withhold records in order to protect themselves? Like, in my records, like I got them, I'm doing shit with them, I ain't messing with nobody yet. I'm doing me. Now, you may say, man, you filing somebody else's kid on tax time isn't the same as Donald Trump changing his tax return so he can get a higher interest rate from a bank. Because that's his other charge too, by the way. That's another case of him getting quote unquote preferred treatment at a bank because it was only for people with $500,000 or better. And he said he had $500,000 so he can get 1 extra interest rate point. How many people ask for check stubs so they can get a car that they got the money for, but they really can't afford on paper? How many times Do you do everything that y'all like? Orange man bad. I hope he go to jail forever. How many times do you do these things? And to say that it was not, it was without prejudice. Did they have the absolute nerve to say that? Without prejudice? I want to show you guys something. As of yesterday, which was March 30th, I'm sorry, May 30th of 2024, year of our Lord. On May 30th, Donald Trump was indicted on 34 cases of classified documents, including well, don't worry about that part. Just federal documents. 37 federal charges for the documents as of yesterday. Biden, by the way, as of February 8th, 2024, just 2 months ago, a special counsel concluded that Biden willfully retained classified information but will not face charges. You tell me why Biden had classified military and national security information in, hold on, they'll tell you where. I'm going to scroll back up. I'm going to tell you where it was, though. It says it here. It was in his garage, in his basement, in a storage spot in the backyard. Easily obtainable places for anybody. Donald Trump had in Mar-a-Lago his private residence, which is a huge residence with security guards and everything. Biden had it in an upper middle class neighborhood with no security cameras in his garage. Won't face charges after a year-long investigation and handling classified documents. His crackhead son was selling information. Nope. Opana said in the 34 on hush money, not classified information. Nope. That's not what they're saying. But let's play that game. I'm gonna go there next. I'm glad you asked, Opana. Like as y'all come in, man. Like as y'all come in. Send your heart, donate to the daycare. So, Biden gets to carry classified information. Nothing happens. Trump has classified documents, catches 34 felonies. But they're saying it's not biased. Same night, same fight, but one of us cats ain't playing right. I'll let you tell it. Right? Same charges, same federal department, same investigators, one person innocent while he's a current sitting president that can do something with the documents. Another convicted for taking his work home. Now, I'm just telling you what the indictment says. I'm not telling you what the news is saying, Opana. I'm telling you what the documentation says. Right? Now, there's nothing here that has anything to do with damn, I remembered her name earlier. With the busser chick. Now, let's continue. Nothing here. Now, but I do want to talk about Shorty. Hold on, this is the Tyler moment. Let's talk about the Tyler real quick. Got to switch to the Tyler screen. I want you guys to understand, and I'm about to prove it in a minute, that America uses whatever you did in your life to punish you for getting side pussy. What they did is damn, I can't think of her name. But they took the little hooker and said he got some side trim. And then they tried to say that he used he falsified tax returns, not documents. Right here, this is for documents. They're saying he falsified tax returns in order to mask the fact that he paid damn I can't paid Shorty for some coochie. Let me tell you something. We live in a nation where a man can put on a dress and then tell you he a girl and you gotta call him ma'am, or he'll sue you and fight you. The rebrand is real. Stormy Daniels, thank you, bro. Let me tell you something. If I can wear a dress and make you call me a woman, why can't I buy some sex and mark it down as physical therapy? You know what I mean? Why is it not physical therapy? I was tense. I bought a massage. The massage came with a happy ending. I can deduct physical therapy on my taxes. So I want you guys to understand something. Selling pussy is legal. Pimping pussy is illegal. And buying pussy is illegal. So who they selling it to? That makes the woman illegal. You understand what I'm saying? If she could sell it legitimately, but I'm a criminal if I buy it, that means that bitch is a case. Every girl is a case. But they can't say every woman is a case because their men will never fuck with these hookers. You know what I mean?
My congeniality is fucked. I have no sensors and I need to be stopped.
So instead of saying that every piece of pussy is a case, they look for something else in order to convict you on. I'll prove it. Biden and Obama, by the way, Biden and Obama were found with documents in their homes after their term was over. Well, Biden's right now. And you got to think about it. Wait, I'll prove it. Wait. I got to go back to my comedy report real quick. Sorry, I sound like a newscaster real quick. I will prove that not only Biden, but Obama did it as well, and nothing happened to Obama. Now, Obama's cleaner than Biden. Obama is better at hiding things than Biden because Obama was trained by the Clintons. But let me show you something real quick, just to let you know what's real. Just to let you know what's real. The White House cooperating after Obama-era documents discovered, attorney says. So, I'm going to paraphrase this real quick, but the White House said on Monday that they were cooperating with the Justice Department and the National Archives following discovery of classified Obama-era documents in the private space at the Biden-connected think tank last November. Biden's still holding shit from the Obama administration. So it was Obama, then it was Donald Trump, then it was Biden. So Biden's been holding this shit for 5 years in a goddamn garage, and nobody is saying shit, nigga. If Biden got it as the vice president, then you know Obama had it as the president. Ain't nobody said shit. They are saying that the discovery of classified documents on the private property bears some resemblance to the FBI seizure of sensitive White House records at Mar-a-Lago by former President Donald Trump. It's right here. They compared the two in writing. Obama did this shit. Biden did that shit. Trump get convicted. You know why? I'll tell you why. Hold on. I got this. This is Tyler talk real quick. I got to go back to the Tyler shit. You know why? Because your boy got some pussy. But they can't tell you that all pussy is illegal. So they got to put it on something else that everybody does. Everybody got a P.O. box. Everybody lives somewhere but don't trust their wife or girlfriend, or maybe they got a kid on drugs or something like that, so they still use their parents' address. They still get mail. I don't know a person, including my dad, who's 76 years old, who doesn't get mail at his mama's house. to this day. Everybody has documents, tax laws, private life insurance policies, all type of shit going to somebody else's crib. That ain't secure. People have siblings they don't find out about until their daddy died and they all at the funeral. Motherfuckers have secret lives every day, especially truck drivers. You know what I mean? You don't know this shit. The pussy made it illegal. And then they look for something else to convict you on shit that people do every day. I'll prove it to you. Now watch this shit. What makes Biden not culpable, Obama not culpable, but Trump is. I'm gonna tell you what else Trump did. This is something else they're trying to get Trump on. Now we back to the real estate deal, the Mar-a-Lago deal, the banking deal, all that. All those things that happened before Donald Trump was president. He already had Mar-a-Lago. He already had Trump Towers in every city. He already had golf courses. He already did boxing matches. Donald Trump has been famous our entire lives. What makes things he did pre-2016, somehow they're saying that it was to disrupt the election of 2016, which is crazy because he did some of this shit 20, 30 years ago. 20, 30 years ago. But it's illegal in 2016 because he ran for president? Let me show you something. It's not about the man. It's about the pussy. Pussy is illegal. All y'all criminals. Unless you're a virgin, you a goddamn criminal. You can't even sleep with your wife. If she wake up the next morning and didn't come, she could say you took it. Pussy is illegal. Once upon a time, there was a president before Obama, before George W. Bush, not Herbert Walker, that's daddy. Before George W. Bush, who apparently was clean, by the way. I mean, if you take away the fact that George Bush Jr. was sniffing the nose candy, besides him being a drug addict and a slight beer alcoholic, like he was a beer drinker. Besides having addictions, he was a pretty clean president. He didn't have to do much because his dad was rich. He was rich. He was cool. But the president before that was William Herbert. What the fuck was his middle name? I don't remember William middle name, but William Clinton. Bill Clinton was the president of the United States from 1992 to 2000. First president I ever had an opportunity to vote for. My first president that I was legal age to vote for his second term. Nothing happened to Bill Clinton until Bill Clinton got some head at work, nigga. That's it. Until Bill Clinton got his dick sucked and some trick ass bitch by the name of Linda Tripp. Linda Tripp got jealous because goddamn Monica Lewinsky sucked the president dick. All of a sudden it became an impeachment. But they couldn't impeach Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked. Because they couldn't tell you that women are illegal. We all knew it's because he got some head, nigga. We all knew it was because of infidelity, but that's not what they hit you with. What they hit you with was the Whitewater scheme. Whitewater started, I'll make this bigger. I want you guys to understand when I'm telling you that pussy is illegal and all this shit is bullshit. The Whitewater scheme started in 1978. He didn't get impeached for it until after his second term in 1996. But this started in 1978. Now the word was said. Like as y'all come in, man. Like as y'all come in. Send your heart donate to the daycare, man. 1978. That's when he was Attorney General. Bill and Hillary Clinton borrowed $200,000 about 220 acres of land in Arkansas, in the Ozark Mountains. And that became the Whitewater Development Corp, intending to build vacation homes. This is damn near how they tried to build up Haiti, but don't even talk. You can't talk about Haiti. Bill and Hillary been doing this shit. Then you had 1980. Well, no, let's skip. 1982, James McDougal. Well, no, let's start in 1980. James McDougal was Governor Clinton's economic development director. All of a sudden, he quits government and buys a small bank in Kingston, Arkansas, and immediately loans $30,000 to Hillary Clinton to buy a model house under the Whitewater on the Whitewater lot. Right? Hold on, let me say something real quick. Let me go back. We're gonna come right back to this. All of this is illegal, right? All of this is insider trading. Your boy leave, become a banker, then he ain't even been a banker for a year, and he give you he loan you bread, and you just quit. Word. Once upon a time, in the year 2008, Barack Obama became president. I need y'all to slow walk this with me. Once upon a time in the year 2008, Barack Obama became president. His Secretary of State was a man by the name of Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel. 1 year later, Rahm Emanuel leaves the White House to become the mayor of Obama's old city of Chicago, Illinois. Rahm Emanuel has not lived in Illinois for so long that he didn't even have residency to run for mayor because he hadn't lived in Chicago for a year. They had a special election with the Illinois Supreme Court in the middle of the night on a Sunday. First of all, do you know how long it takes to go to court? Have you ever had a court date? And then when you get a court date, don't you get continuances? Do you know how long the legal system takes? The Illinois Supreme Court in 3 days on a Sunday of all things had a special council to vote that Rahm Emanuel fit the residential requirements to run for mayor. That was an inside job like a motherfucker. Then somehow, some way, Rahm Emanuel beat Chewy Garcia, who had the black vote and the Mexican vote. And white people in Chicago really don't vote. That's why we have so many black politicians. And somehow, in a special election, he wins the mayorship. This is what happens when your man's, that's an inside job. That is an inside job. This is, all these things have precedent. And this is what I'm telling you guys, that they're setting up a precedent. So when you guys start talking about some orange man bad, it's not about Trump. It's about you do something every day that's illegal. And they're using Trump to set precedent. So when you go to court, they'll be like, court docket such and such from May 30th, 2024 states that da, and they convict your ass. And you be, oh, that ain't fair. But you thought it was fair when it was a person you didn't like. Don't let these motherfuckers trick you with your emotions. Are you a man or are you a girl? Be a rational man. So, in 1980, his man quit, buy a bank, give him $30,000. In 1982, McDougal buys another small savings and loans and names it Madison Guarantee. Then in 80, well, yeah, he gave him another, because he gave him like $300,000 right after that. Wait, 85, he gave him another $50,000, right? So McDougal runs a bank, and they doing fundraisers to pay $50,000 to the Clinton campaign debt. Like Clinton ain't paying no money. He's not paying the loans back, and he's not paying for his campaign. This man's is running a Ponzi scheme at the bank for Bill Clinton. This is Whitewater. In 86, here you go, McDougal borrows $300,000 from a company owned by David Hill, a former Little Rock judge, somebody that Bill worked with in the past. His company receives federal funds from the SBA to lend to disadvantaged business owners, but an investigation later alleges that he lent up to $3 million to Bill Clinton. All this shit is right here. This is way before Bill Clinton decided to be president. Also, they say 10 years later. So do the math. 10 years later from 86 is 96. That's when Bill Clinton got his dick sucked. They knew about this. They knew about all this shit. They have been getting investigated 88, 89, 90, 92. The Clinton presidential campaign gathers information on Whitewater and Madison Guarantee. A report commissioned by the campaign claims that the Clinton lost 68,000 on a Whitewater estimate. Blah 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 blah. An estimate later adjusted down to somewhere to 40,000. They done got shit 3.8 million. They only got to pay back 40,000. Well, they say they lost 40,000. They hid the rest. All right. 93. Goddamn man. White House started firing people so Clinton could bring in his friends, the same motherfuckers that had been helping him out since the 70s, right? What, 80s? Then people start coming up missing. Shout out to Hillary. Shout out to Hillary. Shout out to Hillary. Foster found dead in a Washington area park. Police ruled death to suicide, even though he got shot twice in the back of the head. Suicide. I'm telling you, all these things start happening. They start cleaning up the mess. I want to go. I remember that Janet Reno was like, what's popping? Kenneth Starr was like, man, what's popping? All this is in 94. The new election in 96, they threw all this under the rug. They had all type of congressional hearings, and they were talking about impeachment. People like, nah, that ain't nothing. They keeping it out the news. The only way you can see it is on cable news. We talking the 1990s. So it's like MSNBC before it became woke. Like, it wasn't really on local news channels like that. You had to have cable. It had to be on C-SPAN or something like that in order to know what was going on. In 1995, everybody's still investigating. Everybody always in the investigation. Your boy, what's his motherfucking name? What's his name? Him. Biden. Your boy Biden in the investigation right now. They telling you he in the investigation. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing happens, right? So when I'm reading that Bill Clinton was in his going toward the second term, he was under investigation. Motherfuckers always under investigation. Don't pay attention to that shit, right? They took the time and said that Biden couldn't be guilty because he can't remember where he going. I swear to God, they did. Look at this shit. Let me see where it's at. There's someone here that says Biden has dementia or Biden has memory loss, so he doesn't remember putting all the documents in his house. That's what they said. I can't remember which article it is, this one or this one. But what is that? Here you go. One reason Heard chose not to bring charges, according to the report, is because it would be difficult to prosecute Biden, who would appear to a jury as a sympathetic, well-meaning elderly man with poor memory. They're trying to say that Biden can't be a criminal because he can't remember shit.
Hell no, to the no.
Everybody always under investigation. So even when Clinton was still in office in 95, doing this campaign, getting revved up for a second campaign for his reelection, everybody getting reports, indictments, all type of shit. So I want to see what date he got his dicks up. I want to see if it's on here. What year did Bill Clinton get his weenie swallowed? Swallowed. When did he get swallowed? No. See, he right here, man. People getting cleared for bank fraud and all type of shit. Like Clinton, if he can't get you off, you'll be suicided. Suicide. But when did he get swallowed? Susan McDougal. She swallowed too, but anybody talking about that? James McDougal dies months before he was supposed to be. That's unfortunate. That's right. Somewhere around 96, 97, that's when he got swallowed, and all of a sudden, that's when the impeachment happened. In 98, they started the impeachment. Where the fuck? But it was right after. Wait, let me see. All right, here you go. November 1997. Y'all can't tell it, but November 1997. That's when Monica Lewinsky told her friend. First of all, white girls are nasty now I think about it. But no, she sucked. This is why your girl got to swallow. See, Monica spit, and she spit the nut out on her dress, and then she went back to work, and her coworker Linda Tripp saw the nut, and it was like, "Oh, you didn't swallow." So really, she should be convicted, bro. Like low key, bro. Hold on, I gotta go full dirty folks real quick. Low key, Monica Lewinsky should go to jail for doing an incomplete job because all she had to do was swallow, and Bill Clinton wouldn't have gotten getting impeached.
When you give something to a bitch, they don't do nothing but take. That's why you don't give them nothing but the dick. Because they can't take that away. You'll see.
So, because she didn't swallow of November of 1997, so all she had to do was swallow. She spit. Linda saw the dress, told it to a reporter, it made the news, and then what happens? Let's go back. One year later, almost to the day, Bill Clinton starts the impeachment process. He has been under investigation since 1979. 1979. Nothing happened. He got some head at work and cheated on his wife, and it was like, he needs to die. All because he got some side pussy. But they not going to tell you, yo, it's criminal to fuck a bitch. They gonna tell you about a real estate thing or a fake bank statement or a missing zero on your slip or something like that because they don't want to tell you that pussy is illegal. Pussy's also delicious. Don't get twisted. You know what I'm saying? Get you some, but do not let your bitch ever make it to the phone. Real quick, man, I want to give a shout out to Harold Jackson, man, for the $5 super chat. He said Trump had the hurricane documents. And as he goes to war complex, people mad too. He's a threat to the money laundering of this country. Salute, sir.
I'm gonna drop a dime quarter, a whole change purse, a Chuck E. Cheese token. I'm dropping all that shit. Don't give a fuck.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
Anyway, back to the news. So, I missed my other channel. Y'all need to go sub to the Comedy Report, man. I really want to talk about other shit than just Tyler's, man, but not on this channel. This is a Tyler channel, apparently. But I don't even know what that button do. Shout out to Stormy Daniels. That's the Stormy Daniels button from now on. That's the Stormy Daniels button. Man, Elijah say 34 counts of Hunter Biden actually probably done it. But Hunter Biden is legitimately, they have records of him giving money to the Ukraine. They have videos of him smoking crack, done by him too, apparently. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy. This nigga taking selfie smoking crack. They're finding cocaine in the White House and blaming it on the Mexicans, but they know it was hunters. They have they have classified documents in a fucking garage. They have a money trail on Hunter Biden so crazy that everything leads back to his daddy, because his daddy was getting a 10% commission on everything that they were doing. And none of that shit is illegal. Because he an old man with dementia. Donald Trump is 1 year younger than Biden. Where's the old man exemption for him? This ain't even about Trump. This is about them saying that there was no prejudice. No prejudice? You know what, man? I think I'm going to open up the chat. This is what happens when you let black women get jobs, because they convict everybody that they told not to like. Yeah, I'm going to open up the chat. I'm going to take a break real quick.
And this is Matthew, according to our man, Miami Man. Matthew 6, 24 to 33. No woman can serve two masters. For either she will hate the one and love the other, or she will devote to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and man, and money, possessions, fame, status, or whatever is valued more than the Lord. But if she has a boss that she prioritizes over you as a man, and she calls you insecure for it, thus you will find that she cannot serve two masters. She will also. This is the problem with the career-oriented woman that they never see coming. They will say, "Well, honey, we had plans this weekend, but my boss wants me to go to the seminar. My boss wants me to go on vacation. Take the family here. My boss wants me to do this. My boss wants me to come into work." Now the problem is she calls her boss, her employer boss, the boss, meaning that person presides over the husband, and that's not going to work long term. It can work for a short period of time, but she cannot serve two masters. And many times she'll use the boss as an excuse. Well, I can't say no to my boss, but you can say no to your husband. Well, you ain't my boss. Well, who am I? You're my partner. See, this is once you unpack it. You want to unpack it before you get into the relationship, because unpacking it in the relationship is not going to work. It's not going to work, guys. You're going to end up with the short end of the stick.
Man. It's an echo to it. All right. It's an echo. All right. Hold on. I dropped the link if y'all want to come up. Hold on. Let me get rid of the echo. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. No, yesterday my audio was off. Today my audio worked and my streaming don't work. It's always something. If it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking another. Word to my mama and my granny and my. All right. So I took the echo out. All right. So show you guys one more thing. Because somebody did ask about the Stormy Daniels part, and I want to address that. Hold on, pull this up real quick. So, wow. Somebody married these harlots? Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Somebody married this harlot. Apparently, Stormy Daniels' husband is mad. How in the fuck is that possible? How is that? Who's marrying these hookers, man? I don't even care about this, but now I kind of I gotta go goddamn 30 folks for this. This is crazy. Hold on, man. I was trying to be a reporter. This motherfucker, man. This shit is amazing, man.
That is amazing.
Who the fuck? This is crazy. Got it. Niggas marrying hookers in these streets. Hold on, man. See, he don't say nothing about Stormy, but oh, here you go. Including accusations reimbursing Michael Cohen for hush money payments to Stormy Daniels. That's consultation fee, though. Why isn't this? What the heck? Hold on, guys.
And told Cohen, I thought you had this under control. But then he goes,
all right, here we go.
the thing that stood out most to me was when Cohen recalled Trump's response to learning that Stormy Daniels was shopping around her story. He said, well, first he got mad and told Cohen, I thought you had this under control. But then he goes, according to Cohen's testimony, this is a disaster, a total disaster. Women are going to hate me. Guys may think it's cool, but this is a disaster for the campaign. And Cohen said that his takeaway was that Trump was really just focused on the impact that this could potentially have on his campaign rather than on his wife or his kids.
I'm not allowed to talk. There's never been any abuse like this before. This conflicted judge ought to get out of this case. He should not be having this case. He gives us nothing. It's such a rigged court. Mother Teresa could not beat these charges. These charges are rigged. The whole thing is rigged.
Because that's what the defense is going to try and argue, that Michael Cohen, maybe he...
Hold on, let me pause real quick. I just want to say something. I'm going to go back to this because I want to see who married Stormy Daniels. I need to find that out, nigga. I need to find out who the fuck married Stormy Daniels, bro.
Hell no, to the no.
But before we go there, I got a quick story about Mother Teresa. What up, your wife? Give me a hot second. So, did you know that after Mother Teresa died, she was blamed for being a proponent of chemical and biological warfare, saying that she went to small villages and gave them diseases, and she was called a child trafficker. So when he says even Mother Teresa couldn't beat these charges, there is truth to that, because Mother Teresa posthumously became a villain. Hey, Drew, you can slide back up there, man. I forgot to put myself on the screen. You good? Real quick though, let's go back to I want to see this husband. I gotta see this husband, bro. I gotta see the motherfucker who married a known. That's what she's known for, prostitution. That's all shit they know her for.
The defense is going to try and argue that Michael Cohen went rogue, essentially, and that Trump is not at fault for anything illegal that might have happened. But when he was on the stand, Cohen was very, very clear that he was working at the direction of Donald Trump. Trump actively appeared to be avoiding looking at Michael Cohen throughout it, throughout his testimony. He had his eyes closed for a lot of it.
So Trump has been found in contempt 10 times and paid $10,000 in total. And the judge told him, if this happens again, I'm going to have to consider putting you in jail, because he said, although that would be extremely disruptive to the trial, he said that he would be concerned about the court officers that would be tasked with putting Trump in jail and for their safety. The judge said he also had a responsibility to the judicial process, to the integrity of the court system. And so if Trump continues to attack witnesses, for example, Judge Merchan said he might have to be put in jail in order to protect the integrity of this criminal trial.
Merchant of Death? Juan Merchant? That's crazy. Hey, hold on, man. This thing ain't working. 1 second. Where we at? What am I doing? There I am. Here I is. Major pain like Damon Wayans. Low down dirty even like his brother Keenan. Thought somebody was on stream, y'all. Hold on, man. Let me get back off this. I don't even... My whole thing froze. That's crazy. That's crazy. Everything just froze. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. Everything just froze. What's going on, True Hype?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Having software problems, hardware problems.
Yeah,
Besides that, though, I'm all right. What's good? What's your
yeah,
thoughts?
man. Like I came up, man. Like I couldn't hear the show, and then there was like an issue or whatever with the link. I ain't never noticed this or seen this before, man. It could be a StreamYard thing.
No, it's not a StreamYard thing. This is what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. So it's an OBS thing. So what happened is this. I did this show already. I did this show 2 hours ago, and it didn't record. The file was corrupted. I couldn't upload it after I recorded it. And it was put on the Comedy Report channel, on Rumble and YouTube. But I didn't get anything, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do this show. I want to get this information out. But this is not normally the type of show I do on a 30 Folks page, right? Plus, I got to pump up the other channel. So the StreamYard that you on is from the earlier show. Now, people that's in the show, they can see you and they can hear you. So it's just me and you. Like, you can't tell the show, but it's popping. So you on an old StreamYard on a new show. That's what it is, bro.
That's wild. That's funny, man. I don't know, man. Like I was talking to somebody last night, right? Had a conversation. I decided to pop on Clubhouse, right? Because I wanted to see what some people were thinking about the whole verdict. Like right after it popped, or like I think like a second before they came out of deliberations, and I was like, yo, man, like let me see what some of these people are talking about. And this one cat is so mad, man, that he hates Trump so mad, and he hates like the fanboys or whatever, right? So much. He's like, oh man, like, he's not, X. He said he didn't secede the election like quick enough or whatever for the good of the system and the country. And I'm like, what? What does that even mean? And I was like, how come these uniparty mugs, like nobody has any smoke for anybody that's not even trying to like leave him out of it. Nobody's trying to fix the issues that they see. And then when you point this out, people are like, oh, you're just mad. You're a Trump supporter. I'm like, I'm actually not. But, go ahead on.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like, the brain kind of short circuit. Now, this is not, I mean, like, hey, I'm going to call a spade a spade. It doesn't matter who I vote for, but I'm saying like, hey, this person has problems, that person has problems. I don't care either way. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can ask for a recount. Everybody.
Yes.
Hillary
And,
asked for a
and
recount for Bernie Sanders.
yeah, but dirty. Like with the statistical anomalies, we'll say it like that to church it up, and the fact that there was chain of custody issues, that alone is enough to say, hey, was this done on the up and up? And then for them to tell me the night after, hey, this is the most like safe, secure election ever. That sounds like some BS to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the fact that they stopped counting, but then they start counting before they told you they were going to start counting again. Does that make any sense?
That he was
And then
winning at 9 p.m., but somehow at 2 a.m.
yeah,
he started losing.
yeah. And then what is it? The mail-in ballots in some ways where we're coming back like well over like 90% to one particular candidate. I'm like, that's statistically another anomaly. And I'm like, how are all these rare things happening? And then how many people actually think that this man is more popular than first term Obama?
No. Don't sell yourself short, sir. He got 25 million more votes than there are registered Democrats.
I wasn't even gonna go to that route.
That means that he got more votes than the three most popular presidents of my lifetime since I've been breathing, right? Reagan, Clinton, and Obama combined. How?
Who Reagan swept California too at the time, didn't he?
See, don't even worry about that.
It was damn near a landslide in that election.
Reagan plus Obama plus Clinton. He came out with the saxophone in '92, right? So Reagan plus Clinton plus Obama plus 10 million equals Biden. How?
How many? Like, here's what I want to know because I never like thought to look into it. Because more information has been present now, and I've been like kind of touching on the stuff here and there, following some of the cases across the different states, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and a couple in Michigan, and then like I know somebody that's involved in the process in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Because I got friends on all sides of the aisle, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like real steeped, entrenched. More on one side than the other. I'll just say it like that. But just like, yo, man, like, how do you account? How many people actually register as independents, like, by the voting rolls? It can't be 25%. So you mean to tell me you're getting that many Republicans and Libertarians? Nah, man. Nah. That seems off. The math don't math. And the logic or the not necessarily the logic, but the eyeball test don't eyeball. We'll say that.
If you had 6 people, I watched the presidential campaigns. I saw people come out during a pandemic, and it looked like Trump was throwing a concert. And then I look at Biden, it'd be 12 people with umbrellas, social distancing. There were more people in Biden's security team than showed up for his rallies. But he got more votes than the 3 most popular presidents of my lifetime combined.
Hey, did you see the Hollywood sign they put up in California?
Nah.
It was along the 405. Some dudes who were big time Trump supporters.
I did see that.
Yeah, they made a makeshift like sign or whatever. They had the letters or whatever. They unfolded and they put this sign up. I think it was along the 405. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh man, quite done deal, man. Because you see like certain things and you like you look at it as markers.
Right. Actually, there was a black guy. I saw it because some black guy stood up next to it. Was like, look at this. Like, I remember that. And he was like, it's some bull. I remember that.
Yeah, I did not. I was like, and then when he started losing, I'm like, Oh, that's that Red Mirage stuff that they were talking about. I was like, oh, and then that that one that Rolling Stone magazine article came out. You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, I'm not hip on the Rolling Stone article.
It was like they wrote an article about I can't remember the exact word they used. It wasn't collusion, but it was a collusion like word to save the that election, that particular election. That's what they said. And I think they called it a shadowy operation. If you Google it, it'll pop up like Rolling Stone. What is it? 2020 election. Rolling Stone 2020 election. Uh, and then it should be the first or second thing to pop up. That was amazing because they were bragging less than 4 months after the election. Less than 4 months.
I could believe it, and that's when they started the media campaign to delete everybody's accounts that said anything about it.
Oh yeah, even the walkaway people because they were trying to like they didn't want to show like all these Democrats that are walking away from the party. In fact, like it's got so bad in the last 2 years, like a bunch of Dems will like actually switch like straight up like Republican in a lot of like Democrat heavy strongholds. It's almost like unheard of, man.
There's an exodus, bro. There's just gonna be women, gays, and felons over there. Um, there's definitely an exodus. The disrespect, right? The disrespect that they have toward black people is enough for a man to walk away. I can't say what black men to do, but it's enough for a man to walk away. For them to patronize you with hot sauce on their purse, with chucks and pearls, with watermelon, with shaming tactics. If you're not black, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. He not black.
Hey, don't forget the Tims, not the Butters either. I mean, hey, look, man. Like when you can wear it as a suit, man, or a coat, man, it doesn't matter. Kind of like these people that you see online or whatever. They talk about religion and they just put it on and put it off like a coat or a nice shiny chain. I said, man, like this person doesn't believe in there, man, because I'm looking at them and look at their actions.
The disrespect is unpalatable.
Dude, like my dad's from South Carolina, right? And when Hillary Clinton was running up against Barack Obama, man, like let's forget the super predator comment that a lot of people like was in their feelings about for a long time, right? I remember like after she made that comment, whatever, getting looked at crazy because I was wearing do rags. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted waves, but you know what I'm saying? Like she was in a church, a AME church, and then she was doing that whole Negro like voice thing, talking about Weezer came too far and all this. And I'm like, with the oh man, I would have kicked her out, man. She probably got slapped for like, because that's real disrespectful, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's
Not only are you patronizing me, but you're patronizing religion too.
I'm gonna tell you what's disrespectful. Now I'm gonna bring in the other guests. I'm gonna tell you what's disrespectful for the black man, not men, just black men. In the primary, Hillary versus Barack, all this black pride shit. 97% of black women voted for Hillary. They put woman over black. They didn't vote for Barack until the white women saved us. Shout out to the white women. Until white women saved us in the primary, and because they didn't like Hillary that much. And then all of a sudden, black women voted for Barack, not because of his record, because he didn't have one, but because his wife was black.
Hey, last thing before you introduce your guest, why in the hell did people vote for this woman based on her husband and not just based on her? That shit makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense because black women are professional side bitches and concubines. They the only good man is a married man. Nobody notices this. I be telling y'all shit like dirty folks crazy. No. The only good man is a married man. And because of this, black people judge their men based on women, and black men judge their manhood based on women. That's how matriarchy works. Anyway, man, we got Face Facts and Harold J in the house, man. What's going on, Harold? How you feeling, baby?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Hey, you heard about those hurricane documents, right?
I did, but man, I'm inundated with too much information, man. Go ahead, spit it.
Yeah, well, pretty much those documents, uh, pretty much, he, not, well, he found those documents and he had them at Mar-a-Lago, and they found out that he had them because they didn't want him to have those documents because those documents will pretty much bring down Obama and the Clintons and everything else because those
We talking about the
documents
Haiti hurricane or the hurricane down in Hurricane Katrina? Well, Katrina wasn't his watch. Katrina was Bush watch.
Oh no! That's what the documents is called. They call it this, the file is called Hurricane.
Oh, damn.
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and so well, pretty much the main thing was the Russian collusion that Hillary Clinton made up this Russian collusion thing. The reason why she made it up because her computer got hacked, right? So the China and the Russians hacked her laptop and got mostly like a lot of the secrets out of her laptop. So in order, to create a diversion, she made up this Russian collusion thing. So this way, if it popped up when the Russians or the Chinese put that information out, they can say, "Oh, that was just Trump putting out misinformation."
I can see it.
So Trump had the evidence to state that, hey, these people are the ones that did all this, and plus on top of that, in those documents, they show payments of all these countries. But Biden is not the only ones getting paid, to do things for other countries.
Oh, I already
These
know.
other people too.
I already know. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact,
So
yeah, I'm with you.
yeah. So that's what's all in the documentation.
What's going on, Face Facts? How you feeling, baby?
What's going on, Dirty?
Man, out here broke solving the game banging.
Yes, sir. But here's the thing, right? It's not him that's the problem. It's his timing that's the problem. Because for them to say he's falsifying business documents, that's what all of them do. Fannie Willis just got away with doing the same thing.
Bruh, everybody, look, bro, I've done it. I needed that Montero truck, my G. I've done it. Everybody's done it. You know what happened to me? Went on my credit. Nothing happened.
Right. This is standard protocol. But like you said earlier, setting a precedent. If they go through with this, they're going to start coming after, certain people with all those PPP loans, and they don't realize that that's where it's headed. So they want to set precedent. The other thing is too, right? Hillary was supposed to win and turn this country into a feminist utopia. Now, if that works or not, is up for debate. But they don't like him because of what he represents and who in the core group that he resonates with. You got dudes that are, not getting married. They talking about leaving on the heels of a man who said that he wasn't a fan of all this divorce stuff. So now you're telling people to get their own businesses, basically be in a situation where the state is not taking your taxes. Now, what do women survive off of? State funds, unearned money. That's why the tax rate is so high. What's crazy is they think and vote counter to their own interests because you got a lot more women now that are working more than ever. But now they're technically men because they're paying the tax rate that men are paying.
Real quick.
And they don't even realize it.
Real quick. I want to give a shout out to Mineral Mitch for the $4 cash app. Gratitude, sir. All right, go ahead.
So that's what this big attack is because they figured, all right, we couldn't get Hillary in there. So what's the next best thing? The next best thing is a compromised man, which is what Obama was, which is what Biden is. because again, he never knows where he's at. So who's really running the show? It's easy for them to say that his wife has him basically as a puppet.
Here's the mind fuck, right? They tell you that he can't go to jail because he's mentally um not capable of thinking, right? But he's a leader of the free world. So when he makes the decisions they want, he's the president. But if he does something they don't like, he's an invalid. That's a
Yeah,
crazy flip.
That's crazy.
as weekend at Bernie's at was it 1300 Pennsylvania?
Yeah, weekends. That's crazy. Hey, that's a great analogy.
That is crazy.
Man, hold on.
But you know what else is crazy
If it's a
too?
lie, then we fight on that
This
lie.
war machine
But we gotta fight.
that the United States created, and as a pretty much a big, money laundry scheme. And remember when Trump was in office, he pretty much cut that all out. He went to NATO and said, "Yo, if you're not, going to pay your way, you're going to be out." So they had to, the countries that didn't pay, they had to pay, and he didn't really, cause any wars. So, you have some politicians that have that own war companies. You have some politicians that own stock in war and stuff like that. So all that money got swallowed up for those 4 years, and they don't want that to happen again because Trump is not looking to have war. He's looking for pretty much peace. And that's what's that's what causing all these trumped up charges and everything else too, is because these people have money to do whatever they want. So that's what it is. It's just you just got to follow the money.
No, you don't.
And he's fucking up and he's messing up the money.
Nah, but he didn't though. Okay, it's not about following the money in this particular case. That is a masculine way of seeing things, but I need you to see it as a gay man, right? For instance, a feminist utopia is a misnomer. That means more women in the workforce. That means less marriage. That means that women volunteer for their own slavery because, as he said, women vote against their own best interest. They know women are dumb enough to watch any commercial, be like, yeah, slavery is cool, which is what we're going to do. I'm telling you, they want to be slaves. Y'all tripping. Anyway, it's not about the money. It's about, think about it like this. Our nation was founded on generals and business leaders. You were either a wartime consigliere, or you know how to get that guap. From that, now everybody in politics is gay. Women are gay by default because girls spit on each other all the time, and a bunch of gay men. What do gays want and women want? Chaos. I'm not going to talk about the shadow government that's running them because we already I ain't gonna talk about that. I already said enough to
Yeah, I know all about that.
But just the gay woman angle alone, what they want is chaos. They think that everything will happen to everybody else except the people that suck dick. Because women suck dick even if they gay, and men suck dick. That's how they gay. So if they think that all the heterosexual men are gonna perish and it's gonna be a bunch of dick sucker utopia, but it's not about money because girls can't count. They actually call it girl math. You know what I'm saying? And gays can't count. And you would know that if you ever got hit on by a gay guy. Gay guys trick heavy. Gay guys and studs trick heavy. They don't care about money. So it's not about the money, man. It's about the social engineering. It's about taking Latin and music out of school and replacing it with transgender story hour.
Yeah, you're right. Because when I used to live in New York and I used to work for a lot of nightclubs, the ones that be pulling out that guap is the gay people. They be especially the dudes. Oh my God, they just be like it's like water to them. They just be like this tipping people like crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't went to a party with a gay guy before. He convinced me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He was like, "Look, bro, He's like, I'm gay. I was like, I don't care, just don't hit on me. He was like, look, bro, I'm the perfect friend, bro. He's like, nigga, I get all the girls, and I don't want none of them. I'm the perfect wingman, and I know all the DJs, and I buy out the bar. I'm like, you know what? That does sound enticing, man. Let's go to a disco. I had a ball. I brought a girl with me though, cause I ain't trust him like that. But I had a ball.
Yeah, my most of my friends were lesbians, so I used to always get the hook up with the lesbians, boy.
There's no such thing as a lesbian. It's just girls that spit on each other.
Well, I
That's just
mean,
rude.
yeah. I know, because most of them they had it before,
They having it
and they
now.
just crossed over. They crossed over because they always say some bull crap or some dramatic stuff that happened to them. Blah 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 blah. I know, but I still use them.
As you should. I'm just saying, ain't no such thing as gay. Because if it was gay,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do it. But and they wouldn't get the best head. Like how you gay and you get the best. You know what? Never mind. That's a whole different podcast.
Yeah, you too many secrets. Too many secrets, dirty.
But yeah, man. As far as this Trump thing goes, this will be the first time in my lifetime, in our lifetime, maybe a century, that a felon has run for president. How do you guys feel about?
Not necessarily the case. Um, like there people that had real small followings of run for president. They've probably been felons, but major candidate though.
A Green Party type of people? Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
Green
something
Party.
like that.
Maybe. I think we should take over the
Yeah,
Green Party. But
I'm not bothered by it because I gotta ask, right? What's your definition of a felon? How many women leave their kids at a babysitter where she do hair, sell weed, and and commit fraud out of the same house? Where you got boosters in there selling stolen items, doing all kind of crazy stuff, right? How many mothers put the light bill or the cable bill in their kid's name and then don't pay it and then mess it up? That's fraud. That's a felony. So again, what's your definition of a felon?
That
My
is
thing is,
amazing.
yeah, I'm with you on that one. But that's and thank you for bringing it back to the point. That was my point with the Trump thing. Like you're looking at the man because they told you not to like him, but how many of us do these things on a daily basis? Daily.
here's the other thing, right? Why they're pissed off at him. They're claiming that he paid for a prostitute, with campaign money, but he's not a politician, so he funded his own campaign. So what it's basically telling us is it's a humiliation ritual. You're only allowed to buy escorts during non-election years. Because
I
what
don't.
was Bill Clinton doing? He was doing what he was doing in the office during a non-election year. He just
Didn't two
happened to get
gays
caught.
just take a video like they filmed themselves having sex on a congressional floor like 2 months ago?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
That was,
fake.
yeah,
that was probably, it was
yeah.
probably when they
And
had.
they
That
were
was probably
allowed
when they had
to
that.
they were allowed to walk away too, because they,
Yeah.
they
Then
they actually were filming for I think they're an adult site that features that kind of stuff, like BDSM kind of stuff.
On a congressional desk.
Yep.
yeah, but
But
remember when they had Rainbow Week at the White House where they put a whole flag over the White House. And last time I checked, isn't it treason to fly another flag on top of the
The
American
American
flag?
flag. Yes.
yeah, that is a no. Like at least anything, it'd be a ceremonial. It's like
Nothing goes
you
above the
just don't
American
you don't
flag. Nothing.
yeah, nothing goes above it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they always put that rainbow flag above it though. That's what they did last time. They put that rainbow flag right above the American flag. But they're not trying any of these people for treason, but they were talking about this guy falsified business documents. All business documents are falsified to some degree.
Agreed. That's how
Like
we as
who keeps 100% accurate business records? Nobody. Because you might take money here, you might take that's what a petty cash drawer is for. No one keeps track of every petty cash withdrawal with a receipt for everything that they purchase. You just write it. You're just allowed to write off a certain amount as petty cash. No one monitors what women do with child support. The money's supposed to be for the child, but are they supporting the child? Is that fraud?
That is fraud because men are taxed on the income they give her, but she's not taxed on the income she receives. That is fraud. But yeah, what do I know, right?
Yeah, you know what kills.
My bad. Like they wouldn't tax her on the money because they get their cut already. Because don't in some of those jurisdictions doesn't that money go to like retirement accounts for like judges and stuff like that?
Yeah, they don't mean nothing. As a man, they tax your money. They tax your dollar 4 times, right? They can't tax a dollar once. Women are a net negative. When it comes to taxes, they're negative. So you pay federal tax, state tax, income tax, and sales tax. She might pay sales tax. She a net negative. She can't pay no other tax. But they 52% of the nation. They leading the workforce by sheer numbers. Come on, man.
Yeah, you know what kills me. This is why I moved out of New York, and I've been living in Pennsylvania for about 12 years. And I seen the writing on the wall. That's why I left. I left my. I used to work for a hedge fund, and I was making pretty good bread. I left the hedge fund just to come over here to Pennsylvania because it was just getting too crazy. I mean, like this. I just I just can't get how estrogen the G, you know, these dudes and everybody is in New York. It's like it's just crazy. Like goodness, like you can't even tell between a dude and a female. It's like just their attitude and it's the way they respond to stuff. They just so emotional. It's ridiculous.
Hey, real quick. Hey, y'all support the show. Y'all support the show. Red Illusion, give me your state your source, bro. For y'all can't see it. Red Illusion made a great comment. He says, "Show me the man, and I'll show you the crime." Yo, state your source, bro, because I like that. Look, this is this is not gonna work out for the Dems like they think it is. If they don't usher in UBI and slavery by 2030, it's a wrap. It's getting to the point that and if I can do anything to expedite this process, which is why I wanted to do this on the other channel. I wanted to pump up the other channel. I want to start doing interviews with Republicans, um, with state reps and senators. Um, I want dirty folks to be the brand ambassador for Republicans because there's a lot of guys who they have a there's a lot of people who have a negative thought process of Republicans because Republicans have a horrible marketing campaign, right? And I don't necessarily care about the party, but I care about the policy, right? Less taxes, less smaller government, less representation on local levels. I care about that. Those are the policies they should push. They don't do that. It's become racial and radical. So the left is radical, all gays and women. The right has been seen as racial, like those the old stogie white men. The truth of the matter is, racism has been going down exponentially since like the 1980s. Like women are keeping racism alive. Nobody talks about that, but women are keeping racism alive because you got to blame white supremacy so you don't blame Keisha. That's been evident with the Caitlin Clark thing. That's evident all the time. So people have to get past that to get to policy. I don't care if you don't like me. Just don't touch me. I don't care if you don't like me. Let's all play the game.
Hey, yo, dirty. Put a pin in that. You know, the Democrats are the most racist, to me, the most racist
Oh, they are.
politicians there are on the face of the earth, and they race bait all the damn time. Biden race baits. Everybody,
I
they're
agree.
all race bait.
I agree. I've never seen a
Ridiculous.
Republican pull a hot sauce out their wallet. I agree with you. I agree they're the most racist, but they're also the loudest. They run the media, right? You have to have some level of um what's the word I'm looking for? It has to be a counterbalance. And that counterbalance can't be um what people will call coons, right? Like you can't have a a doctor anything, right? So you can't have a Thomas Sowell. You can't have anybody up there that people will say I can't identify with him, right? Or they'll just say, oh, he a coon. He think he white. You know what I mean? Can't do that. You have to have somebody that the common man can identify with. Women are never going to identify with function. Don't worry about that part. Somebody the common man can identify with. Somebody be like, yo, that's one of ours. And there's nobody like that on the right of any ethnic group. They don't have that Brad Pitt on the right. They don't have that LeBron James on the right. They don't have that Jay-Z on the right. You feel what I'm saying? They have a marketing problem. And somewhere within the chaos, you'll find what it is that America needs in order to progress. That makes sense. What's your thoughts, True Height? We done lost True Height.
Yeah, I'll jump in until he gets back.
Go ahead, bro.
That's because black men are only allowed to be minstrels, which is part of the problem.
I
That's
agree.
why that's why anytime they get a conservative, they want to say he's a coon, he's a this, he's a that. The problem is the policies don't work. And the problem with women is they don't they don't recognize there's a fire until after the entire building burned down. So like if you got a small grease fire on your stove, they'll say, "Oh, just let it burn out. It's not really burning." Now, once the building is burned down to the ground, there's nothing but ashes and rubble. Then they say, "Oh, we need to put the fire out." That's
Nah, they
basically how they operate.
nah, they say why didn't men stop the fire from happening? They never take accountability. But that, I agree
Right.
with you that
If you want to talk about policy, then I heard the other guy saying he used to live in New York and he was, working for a hedge fund. New York has gotten so bad. I got some wild stories for you. If you ever got time, I'll give you a couple. This guy was naked on the train. Not like he took his clothes off and had them with him. I mean, he was completely naked, like no shoes, no socks, no nothing. Right? They had called to get police to get the guy out of the system, and he just left. Like the police took so long to respond that he had time to leave. So then he comes back and he's still naked. This is like 3 hours later. So you mean to tell me that this man was roaming around the city in the subway system naked for about 3 to 4 hours? And when they finally caught him, all he did was wrap him in a blanket and walk him out.
salute to him. I'm not even mad about that. I'll tell you why. Because I'm tired of seeing girls naked and nobody does anything. I gotta wear shirts and shoes for service. They come outside in a string bikini and a $1 pair of flip flops and get the same service I got. I see their areolas, I see their coochie lip, just the left one hanging out the side. Nobody says anything. And I'm not mad about it if this was 1990s, 2000s. But this 2020, all these bitches fat. Put some clothes on. I want to be the minstrel for the conservatives. I was on a panel last night. Popped up on somebody panel. I forgot. And a guy told me that he doesn't really rock on my channel anymore because I have Angry Snowman on from time to time, and he doesn't like Snowy like and he is Snowy. He'll tell you you know, he's a grifter. He'll tell you that. But I'm like, yo, what is so what is so wild about Trailer Park dude talking to a black guy who's unapologetic? Like, I'm not trying to be Trailer Park. I call him a cracker all the time, right? That's my guy. But I keep my slurs ethnic. I don't. He not a white nigger. He a cracker, redneck, Trailer Park. I keep it thorough, right? I'm fair around across the board. And I'm like, yo, bro, if you don't have the discussion, then you can't have the resolution, right? I'm like, yeah, he doesn't go to the upper crust, what he believes what black people believe the upper crust, upper echelon black people are, but black people think they are, but they're not. There is no upper crust, upper echelon black man. There are high earning black men. LeBron James can't read. You can't tell me he can read, but he bossed up. Can't read. He's not an upper echelon. He's not, just because he's filthy rich doesn't mean he's a mental giant. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, but that's because black men are not allowed to be upper echelon because on our ascension we're sabotaged by people who look like us but don't represent us. If you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. When black men are articulate, he's a coon. When black women are articulate, she's educated. Black women get to progress naturally. Black men have to choose between being black or men. I'm saying choose man. But once you do that, I don't mind being a minstrel. I don't mind dirty folks being a minstrel, right? I don't mind Jay-Z being a minstrel. Sean Carter might be a captain of industry, but Jay-Z is a minstrel. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. What matters is the result, and there is no counterbalance. I don't like that. Less than 4% of black people wanted civil rights. Did you guys ever hear that?
Yeah, I heard that before. But what pisses me off is no one can tell me what a civil right is. So you mean to tell me
I can tell you.
that if somebody smacks me over the head, I need a law to tell them that they shouldn't do that?
No, I can tell you what civil rights are. You ready? White women wanted her husband to treat her with civility. Civil rights is gay. Run by a bunch of gay dudes and swirling dudes, like dudes that really wanted a white woman, and a bunch of women who wanted to take black men's place as number two. All these black women keep telling y'all have not conquered white supremacy. Y'all ain't built shit, blah, blah, blah. The rest of the world was like, y'all number two. You went from number two to number six, about to be number eight, even behind your bitch, because she told you that you weren't number one. But you're not number one. Number two still get a silver medal. Number six don't get shit. You don't even get invited back in 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, bro. Like, that's the conundrum. How do you get people to understand that everything that you were taught is inverted? It's not even wrong. It's just opposite. Like, everything they told you is absolutely mirror of what you're not supposed to do. Everything opposite. You scared of police? That means you're scared of authority. Maybe you should be a cop, so you can protect your own property and provide for your own people. But that's shunned upon, right? Anything other than minstrel arts is shunned upon. Women can only be in the workforce because of technology, but your best and brightest have to be funded by the Jewish community. You can only AAU, yeah, you want to play basketball, AAU. You want to be a rapper, man, talent shows. But if you invent a water filtration system, another group got to cuff you. It's crazy. And this is how you get Biden. This is not only how you get Biden, but this is how you get a plethora of black women and gay black men in politics and law trying to stop Trump to protect Biden. They protect Biden like he's the Queen Mother Earth goddess. Think about it. You ain't never seen this many black women try to protect a man ever in your fucking life. They don't even want to sleep with him. How many girls protect a man they don't want to sleep with? That's crazy.
Yeah, the only man that they protect like that is the one molester uncle in everybody's family, and that's what he is.
Is he?
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of videos on the internet with him like having like awkward situations with people's children.
I agree with that. He is the molesting uncle. I agree with that. But here's the thing. He can never go that far with the children that you talking about, the hair sniffer. He would
Yeah, well,
never be able to go that far because all those kids have fathers.
Hey, did you hear about that diary that of his daughter that the roommate found, and then they put it out, and they were talking about what he used to do to her and how she used to feel uncomfortable around him?
I could believe it. Hold on. It's in my volume too low. All right, hold on. I don't have no back. As loud as the volume go. Hold on, maybe it's in the computer. You you know the craziest part about that? Is that we watched Biden touch little kids, but they convinced you that Donald Trump has a unnatural relationship with his daughter.
Yeah, but that's the attack of masculinity. That's what that is.
Yeah.
You have a cock or simp compared to you know a man's man.
There aren't that many black men's men in media or on any media, social media, mainstream media. It's not that many men's men. There was a time last year that it was a throwaway line. I told people, I said, men are awesome. And guys started inboxing me, was like, nobody ever told me that before. I was like, you never knew you was awesome, bro? Like everything you just a slave? Like you doing all the shit for them. All they doing is complaining, telling what you gotta do, and you going out here doing it. And they just taking it for granted. And you ain't never thought you was awesome. You always felt like you didn't do enough because you listened to a bitch with clothes on. Like that's crazy. Women put the phone in their kid name. Men go out here and make it happen and pay the phone bill. And you ain't think you was awesome because you ain't take the sucker route. Crazy. You know what, guys? Ain't nobody contributing to the show, so I'm finna cut it short. Um, I appreciate y'all coming up though, man. Any last words?
Nah, you good, Dirty. I'm gonna hit you up once the stream is over. I'll hit you up for the cash app. Gotcha.
Gratitude, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
yeah, I'm good. I'll holler at you.
All right, man. I'm frozen again. I keep freezing. It's because I'm black. I want to end the show correctly, but I can't end the show correctly if I can't switch. Oh, here it go. Man, for those of y'all on Rumble, I appreciate y'all sticking through, man. This has been a comedy report. For those on the 34th channel, man, Sub to the Comedy Report channel, bro. Sub to the Comedy Report channel. I think I'm gonna go crazy on there. I gotta figure out how to get my streaming right over there. I'm gonna go crazy over there because I don't really want to talk about fucking black people shit. I want to talk about politics and news, economics, stuff like that. Support the show, man. Everybody that supported, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. And on that note, we gone, man. Peace. I can't even close this bitch. Y'all be hearing me having all type of technical difficulties because my OBS ain't working. This one ain't working for real. I can't even end the show. There you go. Wait, somebody called me before I got off, man. Shout out to Hero J, man, for the $5 cash out, man. Gratitude, sir. I want to give you a salute, but I'm scared that I ain't gonna be